Hello guys, I'm Putu Suara Mayasa from SIG I class number 34. In this video, I will present material development use discovery learning in narrative text and descriptive text grade 7. The definition of discovery learning. According to uh, Jolingen 1999, as cited in Fraworthy 2014, the discovery method is a type of method in which learners develop their own knowledge by experimenting. Discovery learning method is a method where students are given the opportunity to observe things, ask, and find material with their self. It emphasizes the full of participation of students through observation, clarification, measurement, prediction, and determination, and the last conclude up to them find their own concept. The teacher role is the facilitator and the informant. Procedure. According to Shah 2004, as cited in Fraworthy 2014, in applying the discovery learning method in class, there are 6 procedures that must be carried out in the teaching and learning process in general as follows. Stimulation. This step is where students are given stimuli to students to enable students to do it, explore the destination. And next, about problem statement. In this step is where students are given the opportunity to identify possible agenda that are relevant to the subject matter or hypothesis. And the next is data collection. This step is where students are given the opportunity to answer hypothetical question will be taught to prove that truth that hypothesis. And the next is about data processing. In this step is where students are given the opportunity to process data and information that has been obtained by students and well-thought interview, observation, and others. And the next is proof. This step is where students are given the opportunity for the student to do a careful explanation to prove whether or not the hypothesis is determined by finding alternative and related with the result of data processing. And the last, generalization. This step is where students are given the opportunity to draw the conclusion that can be used as a general principle and applied to all the same event or problem regarding to the result of verification. And next, first, material development in narrative text. Narrative is a story. Mostly narrative are imaginary story, but sometimes narrative can be factual too. Narrative includes fairy stories, fables, history stories, science fiction, romance, and horror or etc. And the structure of the narrative text. First, orientation. Introduce the character, place, and time. Second, complication. Develop a conflict. Third, resolution. The end of the conflict. And last, coda. Show the change that happened to the character and the moral view of the story. Okay. The activities stimulation. The activity. Student watch a video storytelling video by the teacher. And second, students are given some question by the teacher relating to the material that will make students understand about the material. Instruction. Please watch the video and watch what the person say in this video. If you need to write down some point that you think important. And second, please answer the question based on what you know after watching the video. This is the video. Hello, in this video, I will to tell a story entitled Mouse, Bear and Crocodile. Once upon a time, there were a smart mouse there. He lived near a river. The mouse there used to go to the river to drink. One day, the mouse there was thirsty. He wanted to drink in the river, but okay, that is the video I create by myself. I get some story from internet, but I change it to the video and make storytelling video, and also change some word to make student more understand, too easy to understand. And this is the question. I'm that question just to stimulate the student to know about that story in the video. Okay, move to the next. Second, problem statement. The activity. Students are given several examples of title with a picture about a story, and students choose story they might have heard or read. And second, students write down, listen, and briefly tell story they have chosen. The instruction. Please pay attention to a few examples of the title with a picture, and then choose a story that you have read or heard. Please write down the reason why you choose the story and tell it briefly. Material. Okay, that's picture just or example to make student interesting in choose their problem. They choose their problem, choose their story, and make some reason for their story. Their story. And the next step is data collection. The activity. Students are given a PowerPoint about narrative text material. And second, students are given the example of the story and some steps to write narrative text and adjust the select story point to structure of narrative text. And three, students are given a tutorial about uploading videos on IGTV. 4. Students are given the opportunity to find information from various sources related to the narrative text and also this related with the story they choose. And introduction, please pay attention on the PowerPoint slide as the reference related to the general structure of the narrative text. Second, now after you know the structure of the narrative text, please consider an example of how to write a narrative text. And 3, please watch the video tutorial about how to upload video on IGTV. And 4, please looking for information in other sources relating to the narrative text and the story you choose. And the last, please write down the story point you have chosen to adjust the structure of the narrative text. The material, PPT and example. Okay, that is the material of narrative text. I take it from journal and some article, and I paraphrase to the PowerPoint to make that material more easier to understand by the student. And some example I get from internet. And the next, the tutorial video.
How to upload video on IGTV. Hey guys, I am maybe back with a new video. In this video I'm gonna show you how you can upload video on IGTV, or you can say that how to upload video on IGTV using your Instagram. So guys, in this video I will show you 2 ways without wasting any time. Let's jump into the video. But before starting this video,
okay, I get the student tutorial to upload video on IGTV because later the student will upload the video storytelling in IGTV. Next, data processing activity. Student write a narrative text in full until complete. And second, student create a video stories to tell stories they have made to be uploaded to IGTV or Instagram TV. Introduction, please write the story that you have specified using your own language into a complete story. And the second, please make a good narrative text and please make a video storytelling of the story you have written in the class. And 3, the video will be done at home. Please upload it on your respective IGTV. I will give you 1 week to finish the video. The material, I don't use material because in this activity students create their narrative text. And next, verification activity. Student will work in pairs. Each student has to give fair assessment to their friend work related to the story that they have made in the class. And instruction: after you finish write your story, you will be doing a peer assessment with a friend next to you. And second, I will give you the peer assessment sheet and give a checklist based on your friend work. The material. There is peer assessment for narrative text. Continue. Generalization, the last activity. Every student has to give comment on their friend video project on IGTV. And the second, the teacher gives feedback to the student through message using Instagram application. Introduction. You have to leave any comment in your friend's storytelling video. It could be suggest or comment on IGTV. And second, please send your video link to my Instagram account. And the last, please check the feedback I will give you via Instagram application message. The material. Okay, this is the scoring rubric for speaking skill. Things that all about the narrative text. Let's move to the second material. About material development in descriptive text. Descriptive text is a kind of the text with a purpose to give information. The context of this kind of the text is to describe of particular things, animals, person, or other. For instance, our pet or a person we know well. And the activities. First, stimulation. 1. Students are given video about this describe people. And second, students are invited to simply describe their friend. Instruction. Please pay attention to the video, and if you need to write down points that you think are important. And please, some people describe their friend spontaneously. The material.
Describing people. What is he like? What is she like? Polite. Cheerful. Funny. Shy. Hardworking. Lazy. Helpful.
This material I get from YouTube, but I changed the pictures, the word, and I take the music or the dubbing. I make this video by myself using Vegas and Flash application to edit the video. And next, second, problem statement. Activity. Students are given a picture of descriptive text and describe it simply together. Students are taught to think of one person dialect, and the last, students are asked to write down the characteristic and the reason for choosing the person dialect. Introduction. Please pay attention to the picture on the slide and please describe it together according to the picture shown. And second, please think of one person you like and then write down the reason and the characteristic that they have in a simple way. And the last, I will appoint several people to uh, read, uh, to read the result in front of the class. The material. Uh, that's my picture I get from internet. I take that person to um, to make a student uh, easy easier in describe uh, that person because that is the famous person. And the next is data collection activity. Student are give PPT about descriptive text uh, about people's text material. And second, students are give example of and step on how to write descriptive text about people. And the third, students are give a tutorial about uploading the picture on Instagram. And the last, students are give the opportunity to find information from various sources related to the descriptive text about people. Instruction. Please pay attention to the PowerPoint slide as a reference related to the general structure of the descriptive text about a people. And second, now after you know the structure of the narrative text, please consider an example of how to write a descriptive text about people. And three, please watch the video tutorial about how to upload the picture on Instagram. And four, please look for information in other sources relating to the descriptive text about people. And the last, please write the characteristic point of the person you select into a simple sentence. The material, PPT and example. Is the material. That material I get from article and send to the PPT and give some example of describe the peoples with the structure. And the next is tutorial video.
Or videos, yes, videos within one post. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to do this. Now, we're going to go ahead and click the addition symbol in the center of the screen there like you normally would to post something on Instagram. Then in the lower right-hand corner of the image that comes up, you're going to see a few different options. The one you're going to...
That video I got from YouTube. You have to help students to make more easier in upload some picture on Instagram. The next is data processing. The activity. Students write descriptive text about the people they choose in full until complete. And the second, students find images of people they choose to upload on Instagram. Instruction. Please Please make a descriptive text about people who have chosen or like using your own language into a complete text and not the structure of descriptive text in writing. And second, please make a good descriptive text and please find some picture of the person you choose to upload on Instagram. You can upload more than one picture. And the last, for sending image, I will give sending image will be done at home. Please upload it and add or your Instagram account to include with the description that you have made in the class. Don't forget to tag me, Suharta Mayasa. And I don't use the material because in this activity students create descriptive text by themselves. And the next is about verification. The activity. Student will work in phases. A student has an assessment of their friends' work related to descriptive text they have made in the class. And instruction. After you finish writing your descriptive text about the people you choose, you will do a peer assessment with a friend next to you. And the second, I will give you the peer assessment sheet and give a checklist based on your friend work material. That is the fair assessment for writing skill. And next, the last activity, generalization. The activity. The teachers give feedback to the student regarding learning in class and about the descriptive text they write. And second, student improve or revise work that has been given feedback by the teacher at home before being uploaded. And the third, every student has to give comment on their friend project on Instagram. And instruction. I will provide feedback regarding your assessment. Pay attention, please take a note. And second, after I give a feedback, refer your work that still does not fit in its other home before you upload to Instagram. And third, please give your friend comment. I will check your comment and give additional point with a good comment. The material scoring rabbit. That is a scoring rubric for writing skill. I think that's all about the material department. Use discovery learning in narrative and descriptive text. I hope you enjoy my video, and bye bye. See you again.